Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the hair destroying bleaching video. We're going to be trying out for the first time for me this Ions cream toner. It's in the shade Snowcap, number 128. I just got through bleaching it, and just like I said, I look like a tiger. I can see where it bleached more of some parts. And then look right here. I'm very upset about this. I think that this not only is due to my application, but where did it go? Protein filler that I was very uneducated about. Had no business using it right now. Okay, so let's get into these instructions. I know you're supposed to use a 10 volume developer. I don't have one. I'm going to use 20. I'm wanting to get my hair cut anyway, but cross my fingers, cross your fingers. It doesn't make my hair fall out, because I don't want to get it cut that short. Okay. Let's see. This says if you use a 10 volume developer, leave it on for 15, but a 20 you leave on for 30. That doesn't make sense. Okay, and this is a permanent hair color, or permanent toner, excuse me. Okay. Where did I see that it was permanent? Permanent. So, just FYI. Okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to take our whiskey measuring glass and our 20 volume. Oh, I don't remember how many parts per what. Let's see. Toners are mixed. 1, 2 ounces color, 2 ounces. Okay, so you mix equal parts of toner and color. I mean, developer. You can double check that. Okay, so 1 to 1, we're going to pop this booger open. There's a lot in here. I don't know if it can be reused. Let me see what it just says it's 2.5 ounces. So we're going to use 1 ounce because I always end up using too much. Or making too much, I mean. Apologize about that. Okay. We gotta make sure we got that. Does that look to be about 1 ounce? You reckon? You think? I wish we could converse, you know? Okay. Now, let's get this booger. Uh-oh, does that have coconut oil on it too? I surely hope not. Ooh, whatever it had on it, I just got on me. It's some sort of sticky something. Okay, we're going to have to dig you out of here, booger, because we've got to have this measuring. Oh, man, you got to be joking. Okay, it's not wanting to come back out of my shot glass. Okay, I left the color on. I actually made a boo-boo. I went outside. I put the plastic bag on my head and went outside for a few minutes trying to check to make sure where I'm going to try to do my garden with no tiller. I've got some area rugs laid on the grass, trying to kill off the grass so it'll be easier for me to dig it and till it with a hand shovel, not a tiller. Okay, and then the 1 ounce developer. But anyway, I stood out there, I think, too long. So I left this on my hair a little bit longer. Check out part 1 so you'll know exactly what I used and what I did. This isn't turning purple, which isn't it supposed to? And I'm not supposed to be using a 20 volume developer. I didn't never know that, which I'm new to toning. I've always dyed my hair. Haven't always toned it. And I was going to tell you that too. I've noticed that since I've started toning my hair's in a lot worse shape than it ever was. Okay, we're going to do 1/8 of an ounce because we're doing 1 ounce of toner and 1 ounce of developer. Okay. The protein treatment, I'll go ahead and tell you, did nothing, but it seems to make it uneven color, as if we'd put coconut oil all over my hair. Coconut oil, I think, would be more beneficial to do a mask prior to coloring. Rinse it out thoroughly a day before you color, a day or two, however long you wait before you do your hair after washing it. And I think it would be beneficial to use afterwards and once a week, once or twice a week, especially if you have blonde hair, bleach blonde hair. Okay, now we've got all those mixed up. So now, let's start. Now, I've just rinsed the color, or rinsed the powder out, the bleach. So, and my hair feels really, really hard and dry. So this is going to be a mistake, I bet. But the best time to tone, even at the hair salon, they don't send you home and tell you to come back. The best time to tone is right after bleaching, when the cuticle is opened up. Okay, let's see. Now we've got that Olaplex dupe, the Ions booster, in this. So, and I'm not going to get down on the other hair. I think that would be a very, very fatal mistake for my poor hair. It smells okay. I mean, I'm just wondering why it's not turning purple to actually change that brassy color. But this is ice or snow cap, the icy white. Or they had an ice, I think an ice and then a snow cap. And I chose snow cap. The swatch was really, really pretty. And if I could get my hair that color and keep it that way, it seems like my hair is always turning yellow and like a reddish brown. Okay, now, and we're going to leave it on the amount of time that it suggested for 30 minutes. And make sure you look for part 3 of this video, the finished results. I'm going to get me some extensions, or like the hair halo. I don't want full extensions. I bought some extensions, just some little temporary cheap extensions. And I thought they were 22 inches. My gosh, I can't wear that heavy of a hair, or heavy hair. It makes me where I can't breathe. I'm too hot. It was like having on a wig that was pulling on my hair, though. They were the clip-in extensions. But I think I'm not going to go to Bellamy and pay $500 for some hair. No, ma'am. My hair grows too fast for that. But I would like to get the head halo to make my hair thicker, because in all honesty, I have some extremely thick hair. But you can't tell it for all the dyeing and stuff that I do. It does break your hair off. I'll go ahead and tell you. Make sure that this is something. Now look, back years ago, when I first started dyeing my hair, before I ever started doing the toning and stuff, I didn't worry about yellow brassy hair. I can't ever remember it. I would just buy, I didn't buy the bleach. I bought the boxed hair dye, the blonde hair dye. And that's how for many years that I done my hair. And I didn't have to tone it. And it done just fine. My hair stayed so thick and pretty. And now it's like, damn, I have to do all this damage to it. That really isn't necessary, but now that I've started doing it, I can't stop. But just make sure this is something, it's got to be worth it to you to lose a little bit of hair, because most likely you're going to. That's why they're so scared at salons. You know, why I hear people all the time, and it happened to me as well. You go and you pay a salon a bunch of money to do your hair, and it looks like very little has been done to it, because they do very little to it. Now with stuff like Olaplex, which Styles by Summer in Anniston, Alabama, I've known her for about 10 years. She wasn't the hair salon I went to. I went to a one in Gadsden where I couldn't see anything done. So eventually I went to Summer, and she platinumed me up. It's back when the two-tone hair color was in. She done underneath it a burgundy color. It was so beautiful. And then the top part was platinum blonde. And one day, now it took us a little while, and she had to use a certain kind of toner, but she didn't like, she was a friend of mine, so she didn't like ridiculously charge me. But still, she had to pay for the product, you know. Anyway, she introduced me to Moroccan oil. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're ever in Anniston, Alabama, make you an appointment with Summer for Styles by Summer. Look her up. Tell you what, that girl is talented, multi-talented. She does a really, really good job on the hair. And she's affordable. She's not like... But she is also the only one in her salon that does anything, too. She doesn't have other people working in the salon. It's just her and the girl that helps her to clean up and stuff. So, she's, I mean, her time's very limited. So, you might have to wait a while. She's worth it. But when the pandemic came about, I guess everybody learned how to be a hairstylist. Now, I'm going to tell you again, one more time. My hair didn't start suffering damage, and I didn't start, like, really having issues out of it until I started toning. Okay, now that I've got that part done, I've got to mix up the other, because after all, it wasn't enough. So, and I always recommend use gloves. Don't use your hands. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 ounce of developer. And the rest of this packet, because it was only 2 ounces, so we don't have to measure it and get it stuck in our little cup again. Now, that was all of the product, which I should have known. It was for a one-time use. You can't put the lid on it and save it, I don't guess. Dang, I couldn't get it out of there. Okay. Now, mix that puppy up. And then we're going to add some more of the booster that's in place of Olaplex. Now, I got the Olaplex 0 and 3 and done the treatment. I wasn't too very impressed with it. So, I just don't, and I have no cosmetology license to be able to get the bonder. But now, Sally's has a new thing. It's a little more expensive. I can't think of the name of it right now. But if I do, I'll put it in the comments below. Okay, now we're going to put one more eighth of an ounce in here, and then a sprinkle since it don't want to all come out. Now mix that up really well, and then we'll apply it all over. Usually I have too much of this when I use the Wella T18, but I could have swore it was 2 to 1, but apparently that's just with Wella. Let's see, Wella T18. Yes, 1 part Wella to 2 parts developer. So this is 1 to 1, and I hope that's right. I hope so. If not, I just wasted this, and it wasn't as cheap as the Wella. It was a couple bucks more. It wasn't too bad. It's not going real far, though, is what's got me stressing. Because Wella, like I said, I always have a leftover product. Make sure to coat this real good up here, because I usually wear my hair up a whole lot. Now, I don't recommend bleaching or toning right after you bleach, just simply because I've had experiences, and you're fixing to see that too, with bleaching and then turning right around and toning it super fast. It messes your hair up, it really does. Now, coconut oil is a great hair mask, and probably one of the best and the cheapest as far as the price goes, because you can buy a whole big jug. I've got a whole gigantic jug, like a gallon of coconut oil. I got for maybe like 15 bucks at Walmart, and I use it on my body. I use it on my hair. I hadn't used it on my hair in quite a while. As I said in the previous video, Rhonda has let herself go for a minute. I'm coming back, y'all. Fixing to come back and be my best self. Okay, now the 30 minutes has already been ticking for most of our hair, so we don't start over waiting 30 minutes. Now, I think I've got the rest of my hair pretty well saturated. At the root and in the scalp, my hair's so thick, but then you start seeing the damage I've done to it when you start to see how thin it is. Okay, now that we've got that applied, now this is Ion's Cream Developer in the shade Snow White, or Snow Cap, Snow White, Snow Cap. Wear gloves, y'all. I didn't want to look for any. I've got a box somewhere. Like I said, I just had moved back here and all my stuff's packed up, and it was time to get this hair did. I'm gonna do my nails next with polygel, so y'all look for that video. But we've got to do a part 3 to this. I thought it was only gonna be 2 parts. I don't know why I wasn't thinking, but y'all look for part 3, and y'all give it a like and a thumbs up if y'all enjoyed this video. And I'll do a lot more reviews of products. I always, for everything that I use new, that's what I do. I refer to YouTube. If I'm unsure of how to do something, I refer to YouTube. YouTube University. Okay. I'm hoping to get my followers up so that I can join the YouTube program. I think that would be really awesome. I didn't know that you had to actually join. I thought it just is if you got so many followers and views. But apparently that's not the case. But I'll start doing better on my videos and being able to edit them as soon as the laptop ever gets here. And maybe y'all want to watch more. Okay. Now that we've got all that saturated pretty well, let's double check. We're going to leave it on for 30 minutes. Can somebody comment below and tell me why in the world, if you're using a 20 volume, that you leave it on for 30 minutes, but if you're using a 10, you leave it on for 15. Can somebody tell me that? Because I thought 20 was stronger. I mean, is that what I'm doing wrong? The reason it's making my hair suffer so much damage? I mean, as I said, I am no pro. But I have been dyeing my hair for a long time. I haven't been toning it very long. Since I've started toning it, I have lost a massive amount of my hair. Okay. So now we're just going to leave that and let it sit for 30 minutes. It's already been some time now, but it'll be 30 minutes total. Make sure you wipe it off anywhere it gets on your skin because it will color you. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to get it off my hair. I didn't know I had hair right there. Well, would you look at that? Anyway, after it tones, I will rinse it out and use this conditioner, the step 2 to the color booster system, and then I will make part 3 so you guys can see how well this done. And it was the whole Ion's except for the developer. We had the powder bleach, this set, we had the filler, but we used the L'Oreal 20 volume developer. So we'll do a review on how this set turned out and if it's worth it and if you guys should purchase it and try it. I think so. I mean, if you know how to dye your hair at home, I totally recommend this system, this product, this brand. Get it out, Rhonda. This brand. I've been using that booster for the last several times that I've actually done my hair because it does, I mean, it really does help. It really does. I have never used it with toner. So this will be an experience for me as well. So, but y'all come back and check for part 3. And let's see how she does. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.